everyone, Jennifer here, back with another edition of TV Talk. And this is a spoiler, obviously, on a TV Talk episode that I did do earlier this week. And that episode is Star Wars The Clone Wars, Season 6, Episode 2, Conspiracy. Now, before we get started, I'd just like to say one thing, and that is if you have not yet seen Star Wars The Clone Wars, Season 6, Episode 2, Conspiracy, or the Rebels episode, or the two Rebels episodes, Old Soldiers and Relics of the Republic, because I can't remember which one came first, I suggest you turn this video off, as this will be spoilers about what happens in Conspiracy. And I know you're thinking, well, wait a minute, if you're this is not Clone Wars episode, why would we need to have seen a Rebels episode? Because it ties in. They mention something that happens in this episode that is the spoiler. Okay, now I'm going to assume that anybody still watching has seen either Conspiracy or Relics of the Republic and Old Soldiers. So, without further ado, we're going to move on to the spoilers, or in this case, spoiler. Now, there is just one big spoiler I want to talk about, so this should be a very short video. And that is the discovery that was made by Rex. And, one of his brothers. And as I stated in the TV Talk video on Star Wars The Clone Wars that had to do with the episode Conspiracy, this really just changed the course of how Rex views how the Republic sees him and his brothers. And it does have it does explain why in Revenge of the Sith, the movie, the clones did turn on the Jedi. Because I think anybody who saw that episode and hadn't seen Conspiracy were probably like, well, what the heck? How did this happen? Why did they suddenly turn on them, especially these loyal clones like Cody and Blythe and the Wolf Pack? But this episode really explained it. And it comes down to one little word. A chip. While the clones were in development, a chip was placed in their brains. Now, I'm pretty sure the cloners of Kamino knew about it. Because how could this chip have been put into every single clone soldier without the Kamino cloners knowing about it? Now, it comes down to who would want this chip put into the clones. Think about it. Who was manipulating both sides of the war? Who gained from the clones attacking and killing the Jedi in Revenge of the Sith? Palpatine. Obviously, he somehow convinced the Kamino cloners to put this chip in the clones' brains. Now, I'm not 100% sure how that happened. It may have been explained in the episode and I just missed it. But he did somehow convince them to put this chip in their brains. And it's a controlled chip. It's probably no bigger than the memory chip I have in my camcorder. It is very tiny. It is very small. It might even be the same size as the chip in my cell phone that holds all the information in my cell phone. It is very, very tiny. But the thing is, it's there. And it is controlling the clones. This is where the whole Order 66 comes in. As soon as Palpatine gets on the communicator with the clones near the end of Revenge of the Sith and tells them to initiate Order 66, some kind of programming in the chip within their brains makes them comply to it. And this is what causes all the problems. Well, not all the problems, but this is what causes these loyal soldiers to turn against their Jedi generals and commanders. Now, not all of them did. Rex didn't. Rex, we do see him in Ahsoka. Yay, Ahsoka comes back in season 7. I know this because I've seen pictures from Disney Plus of her in episode 7. So we know that Rex, who discovered this chip, does something. And what he does is he actually has it removed. Him and at least 2 other clones that we know of, or that I know of, have them removed. And this is a little bit of a spoiler for Rebels. It is him, Wolf, and Gregor who removed their chips. Just a little bit of a spoiler for Rebels. Not too much, just a little bit. Which is okay because this is a spoiler video. They had their chips removed. And they did not comply with Order 66. Now, I know some of you are thinking, well, wait a minute. Plo Koon was the general for the Wolf Pack. And Wolf was the clone commander for the Wolf Pack. And the Wolf Pack killed Plo Koon in Revenge of the Sith. Yes, I am aware of that. But just because the Wolf Pack turned on Plo Koon does not mean that Wolf was with them. Obviously, Wolf was not there. Or if he was, he did not open fire on Plo Koon. I'm going to have to go with he was not there because I'm pretty sure if he was, he would have tried to defend Plo Koon. So I'm going out on a limb here and saying I think Wolf was not there. He was somewhere else. Now, I promise we will talk more about this in the episode, or the episodes Old Soldiers and Rebels of the Relics of the Republic. I promise we will, because that's when we see Rex and Gregor and Wolf in Rebels. Yay, we're going to see them in the next chapter of the Star Wars TV show. We're going to see someone else in the next chapter of the Star Wars TV show too, but I'm not going to tell until that person makes an appearance, because they did not let us know until the time was right. It was a little bit of a mystery through that whole first season. So yeah, I'm going to keep you guys on pins and needles a little bit for that. Well, those of you who haven't seen Rebels, but I'm pretty sure all of you have and you know who it is. But I'm not going to reveal that little spoiler just yet. I'm not ready for it just to reveal that just yet. But I will. I promise. Okay, now I would like your thoughts on this whole control chip thing. What did you think of it? How it contributed to it? Do you think Rex, Gregor, and Wolf were the only ones who removed their control chips? Do you think there were probably other clones that did remove their control chips? And where do you think Wolf was during Order 66 and why he was not with Plo Koon and the Wolf Pack? You can leave those thoughts and theories and comments in the comment section. You can also leave any questions you have in the comment section as well. As always, thank you for watching and have a very nice day.